Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on navigating the shift, SOLIDWORKS Cloud Services for designers and engineers. I'm Nicholas, and I'm the moderator for today, and we are excited to have Wayne Poe and Alex with us. Today, both are esteemed experts in SOLIDWORKS and 3D Experience Works, and they have been pivotal in integrating 3D Experience Works solutions to meet our customers' design process requirements. In today's session, they will be answering questions about cloud services for SOLIDWORKS, and we really appreciate those who submitted questions beforehand. We will address them throughout the sessions.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Alex.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Hi, Wayne.
Nicholas.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for the very pleasant introduction. Can't think of any more pleasant way of being introduced. So thanks a lot. It's a nice day here. I hope everyone is doing well today. Good afternoon or good morning, everyone. And yeah, I guess Wayne, we should just get straight into the questions, right? We got quite a few questions on the list today. Yeah, why not, right? So could you provide us with more information on cloud services? I guess the short answer is yes, wouldn't it?
Are you going to answer just a yes, or why don't we actually explore a little bit more on what exactly is cloud service, Alex?
Yeah, exactly. Sure. What is cloud services? I guess cloud services is a nice little solution that currently comes with every license of new license that SOLIDWORKS has purchased. There are many places that we could get the basic answer to about what cloud services is. But I guess one of the places we can go to would be, I guess, the SOLIDWORKS website.
Yep.
And if you do a quick search, is it okay if I share my screen? Just do a quick one. I'll pull up my browser and show where you can get our cloud services from and all that.
Yep.
Yeah. Why not?
I'm gonna ad lib this. Okay. All right, guys. This is not planned. I'm just gonna ad lib this. I'll do a share of my screen. And I will replace my current share just for the fun of it. And you'll see my screen. That's my screen. That's my image. No one's supposed to be reading. And yeah, so this is my browser. And if you do a quick search of SOLIDWORKS Cloud Services, as you notice here, it actually shows up on Google pretty well. All right. And if you do a cloud services, there's actually a section, okay, on the SOLIDWORKS website itself called the cloud services. And if you click on the first thing, it essentially gives you the whole summary of what cloud services is. Essentially, cloud services, I guess, comes in these three areas. It can be broken down into three categories. Share and markup, okay, which is what we talk about all the time. Store and revise, which is essentially, long story short, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Wayne, data management capabilities on the cloud. You're the expert here. And the third one is manage and control, essentially approvals and formal, basically formal change and approval processes built into the system, isn't it?
Yeah, the additional capability for you to manage some processes that you would like to approve your documents in your organization.
There you go.
So I think this is very informative. Okay, so if you are really interested to find out more, you can come to here, or you can actually look back for my previous webinar that I actually introduced the cloud services. Or another way, okay, or if let's say you notice that you don't really have this cloud service capability on your SOLIDWORKS right now, okay, just contact your local reseller, okay, try to ask them, okay, how am I going to explore around this cloud service capability? So I believe your partner will be very happy to help you out.
Yep, I think so too. That would probably be the best part of call. Ask your reseller as well. And yes, Wayne's webinar is actually very informative. I learned a lot from it, I know. So I would strongly suggest everyone who's interested to find out about cloud services to go there as well, and it's still available. All right. So Arif, I hope that answers your question. How about we move on to question 2? Yep.
All right. And before I move on to question 2, I dropped the link to the previous webinar spoken by Wayne Poe directly. So you are able to access the link and register it for you after this webinar.
Cool. Thank you, Nick.
Okay, thanks.
So question 2, this is by Iman. So how do you use the cloud services of SOLIDWORKS?
Okay, so basically for the cloud services, just now we mentioned that, okay, if you have new SOLIDWORKS licenses that purchased right after 1st July last year, Okay, that means your SOLIDWORKS licenses will come with the cloud services. So basically, the cloud service is a name user based login. Okay, where first you need to register your account. Okay, 3D Experience ID, so that it tied with the licenses that allows you to activate. Okay, a specific login. Okay, for you to use this cloud service. So after you create the login, then you will be able to connect, okay, your SOLIDWORKS, okay, with our 3D Experience platform. So this cloud service, okay, will enable you to do just now the three things that we mentioned. Allows you to do additional share and markup across the cloud platform. And then you will be able to do on the cloud data management and managing your processes. So to further understand how to use the cloud service, what are the better advice that you would like to give, Alex, to our customer? Maybe they already have cloud services, but they don't know how to use it.
My first port of call would be to reach out to your reseller. You would have gotten a SOLIDWORKS from a particular reseller and ask them about the onboarding services.
Yeah.
They would probably be able to very quickly run through with you. That's the first one. Second thing, of course, Wayne has done a bunch of webinars, which are very good as well. Third, of course, attend sessions like this, but really contact your resellers. They would be more than prepared to handle your questions about cloud services. All right. At very least, cloud services, again, like I mentioned just now, there are three sections. There's the share and markup, store and revise, manage and control. At very least, take a look at the share and markup. If anyone has used e-drawings in their life, you would know that how useful being able to share your data with external parties is without having to share SOLIDWORKS files. Share and markup does the same thing, but you don't need to worry about downloading a viewer, for example. All right. So I hope this helps to answer the question.
Yeah, that's good. Next
All right.
question.
Yes. We mean we have more questions. I thought we didn't have that many questions. Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
we have a lot.
Oh, there we go. Are there any training? Can I purchase SOLIDWORKS with cloud services? Should I go first?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. To answer this question, like I mentioned just now in question 2, yes, there are training programs around that, and that's where you talk to the reseller that you got your SOLIDWORKS from. They would have your onboarding and cloud services related training. We also do run regular webinars on this. With regard to how can I purchase SOLIDWORKS with cloud services, well, same thing as how we've always done. SOLIDWORKS is sold through our network of resellers, and yeah, when you purchase SOLIDWORKS, cloud services is a feature that comes with every license of SOLIDWORKS. So you will get it the moment you buy a new license of SOLIDWORKS. Okay. If you're an existing user and you have an older version of SOLIDWORKS, how does that work, Wayne? I think you've got to renew if you renew,
you can actually renew your existing SOLIDWORKS license, okay, by adding additional a little bit of money, then you'll be able to add in these cloud services. So there are actually two options. Okay, you can renew, okay, your existing SOLIDWORKS license without the cloud services, or you can renew, okay, with the cloud services. So it really depends on your needs. So why don't you approach your partners, the reseller in your local country, and then try to ask them more about this, and they will help you out and work out the proposal for you to get into these cloud services.
Yep. Also, just as a side note, I noticed there are questions already coming in the Q&A. Please bring them in. Okay, we are monitoring those questions. Okay, and we'll do our best to answer them live. So don't be shy. That's the whole point of us here. As you can see, half the time this is not scripted. In fact, this is not scripted at all. Okay, we're just answering questions that were raised previously. So yeah, keep the questions coming. Any other questions, Nick? Question 4?
Yep,
Is there a question 4? Yes, there is. Yep. Cloud services ensure fast operation of downloading data between workstations for files.
Okay, so maybe I'll try to start with this. Okay, so for the cloud service, right, a lot of people will start wondering, okay, how good is the performance, and how am I going to ensure that the connectivity is okay from your local workstation to our cloud platform? So basically, before you really start using the cloud services or want to adopt it, actually we do have some tools, okay, to help you to test, okay, whether your current hardware setup and your current network are able to support our 3D experience platform. That tool is called the compatibility test tool. Okay, so that allows you to test. And then another thing is that during the operation, I would say most of our customers who start using this tool, they feel the connection is pretty snappy. Okay, basically it is quite good. Okay, especially we have many countries right now. At least, okay, we have a 4G network connection while you're on the go. In your offices, in your home, I believe most of you already have a fiber connection where it brings a very good latency connecting to the network. Okay, so to the internet. And most importantly is that our database center is actually situated right within this country, okay, in Singapore, in Australia, where it is very close proximity to your countries. So basically the loading, the uploading, it depends on your local ISP. Okay, if you actually have a latency of less than 150 millisecond, I would say the connection will be pretty fast. And then as for the big size files, right? It really depends on how big the file is. Okay, so 10 GB of files is rarely seen. Okay, I seldom really encountered one single file with 10 GB of size. Okay, but for big large assembly, we did a lot of testing. Okay, with our customer files that come with maybe 1,000 components, maybe few hundreds unique components. The loading, I would say, the uploading and downloading is pretty snappy. I would be able to view the 3D model, okay, using my iPad as well. So
Yep. But I think to add to that, the gentleman who asked this question, sorry, my headset keeps dropping off. One thing I would also ask is, say, I would, if you do have to deal regularly with 10 gigabytes worth of data up and download, I would also go into the whole process. Where does this 10 gigabyte come from? Is it because, say, for example, you are downloading a 10 gigabyte top level assembly and you need to work on a portion of it, or how? And this will also take the path down to design methodology and how you portion out your designs and so on and so forth. So this is a bigger conversation which I think we can take, which will unfortunately have to take offline. But I am happy to get involved with this discussion if needed to. So let us know if you're the one who asked this question, or if you have similar questions that you have asked. Please reach out to us on this. This is always something we will need to look at on a case-by-case basis.
Definitely. Yes.
All right. So yeah, that should be it. Next question or anything else?
I think I'm once again, I'm the one going to answer this, right? So does cloud services support integration with other ERP software? Okay, the simple answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay, but okay, so but it comes with a lot of things. You heard the buts, right? So because okay, all of us know that ERP software is highly customized according to your organization needs, right? And then the cloud service itself, the cloud services that bundle with the current SOLIDWORKS license are not having the right module, okay, to let you straight away connect to the ERP system. So if you have the interest of having your internal, okay, design data and design process, okay, to be integrated with the ERP software, I would advise, okay, to contact your local reseller. Why? Because we need to properly understand your current processes, okay, within your organization, okay, be it the engineering processes and also on the business end, okay, how the engineering department who generate all these SOLIDWORKS data they're going to interact with the ERP software. So it's actually a more in-depth discussion before we can actually fully support, okay, the integration between our 3D experience platform and to the ERP system. Yeah. So the simple answer is yes, we does have a tools. Okay.
Yeah. So, but there's a bigger discussion as always.
Correct.
All right. I hope that answers the question, Barry. Yeah, because yeah, it does handle that. All right. Question 6. Is there any other questions? No, there's 7. Okay, can't count. I'm not a SOLIDWORKS user. However, I review work completed in SOLIDWORKS via eDrawings. Can I benefit or gain access to 3D review in this context? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall I answer this or shall I start
Yeah,
off?
why not?
Okay, now if you're not a SOLIDWORKS user, now what happens, just to give everyone, just to be sure we're all on the same page, when it comes to share and markup, essentially it can be between two parties who have SOLIDWORKS. It can be between one party with SOLIDWORKS and one party without SOLIDWORKS. So for example, for the gentleman who asked this question here, if a SOLIDWORKS user has actually created a design and he or she wants to share this information with you, and you're not a SOLIDWORKS user, it doesn't matter. You will receive an email with a link which tells you click on this, and by clicking on that, you'll be asked to log into the 3D Experience platform through a browser, and you will be able to review your 3D design. All right. You mentioned eDrawings, which is wonderful because one of the biggest advantages at this point in time is that unlike eDrawings, there is no need to download any viewer. One of the most common complaints I get, and I am also a big eDrawings fan, is that you have to keep downloading the latest viewer to make sure you support the latest version and all that. With share and markup, you don't. The sharing happens via the web browser.
Yep.
All right. So short answer is you can, yes, and all you need is a web browser. All right, and via an email that you'll get invited to if you are not a SOLIDWORKS user.
So
Did I answer the question?
do I need to pay any money to gain access to the data to create an account or anything?
No, unless you want to. No, you don't. No, as the person who's on the receiving end, you don't need to worry about it. So yeah, again, all you will get is an email that says that, hey, some user has shared something with you. Click on this link to access the data.
That's cool.
All right, which is really fun. Yeah, I hope that answers that. If not, again, please, if there's any elaboration needed, please feel free to bring this up. All right. Next question. What are the steps to onboard onto the 3D Experience platform? That goes back to question 1 and 2, doesn't it?
Okay,
Onboarding
the first
services.
step, yeah, definitely look for your local partners, okay, because they are the one that going to help you through the journey of onboarding and adopting the use of this platform, right, to use the cloud services. So first, maybe the first step will be to think about, okay, in which area that you would like to focus, because using the cloud services it can be different, okay, according to your company needs, okay, or can be due to your own personal needs, okay, in your working environment. So you need to understand what are the capabilities, okay, the 3 different adoption level that we discussed earlier on, the share and markup, store and revise, and manage and control. And then discuss with your partner, okay, which level of adoption that you would like to engage with. So if let's say you only want to share data with your external party, and then maybe the adoption, the onboarding can be pretty quick. Okay, you just need to contact your local reseller where they arrange a meeting with you with some guide through and maybe share with you on how to create your account, manage your environment. And then after that, you'll be able to start doing those things. Well, if let's say, okay, you would like to actually properly manage your data, okay, using the cloud services, okay, across multiple users in your organization, that need a lot more planning, right? So the onboarding can be just having a introductory session that conducted by our partners to let all the users and maybe all the stakeholders within your organization to understand, okay, how this platform works. And then later on, they arrange the activity and the planning to help you guys to start adopting the platform. So I think it's a series of process. Okay, it's not a one size fit all. So it's better to contact your reseller where they already have the knowledge to help you, okay, to get started with the 3D Experience platform. I hope that answered that, Farisa.
Yep. All right. Again, if not, reach out to us. We can point you in the right direction, or at least help you out to help you find your way
Yep.
around getting what you need to. All right. It's a very good question. And here I thought today was going to be a boring session. Thanks a lot. Keep the questions coming. Just a side note, like a commercial break, not really commercial break. I noticed there are questions coming in. We will get to them. In fact, these are very relevant questions to today's session as well. So I think Wayne and I will work towards answering as many as we can. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll save this. I think we'll go through these questions that were received over the past few weeks first, but we'll get to them. All right. So hang in there. Don't run off.
Do we have
All right.
more questions?
Yeah, any
Nick?
more? Are there any backup? Are there any backup from purchasing? Okay, this will be this is
SOLIDWORKS.
an interesting question. Yeah. I'm not sure what this question really means.
Me too.
Are there any backup? Okay. If you mean okay, I'm not particularly sure. Maybe we can reach out to you, Peter, if
Yeah,
you're
Peter.
on this. If not, we'll reach out on the site here. If you're referring to like backup to the backing out data, or how do you, because you're working in the cloud, how do you access your data and all that? Short answer is yes, there are processes to extract your data from the cloud services if you want to and all. There are documented processes for this that we can go through with you in detail, but without assuming the details, I think we might have to reach out to you or get somebody to reach out to you on your end. All right. Anything else?
Anything else? Nicholas, next one.
Nick's busy today. How does the source system do you want to take this bit or shall I?
Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll start with some. Okay, so for this one, definitely the cloud security is the most important thing that we are looking into it. Okay, so because we are the one that managing all the infrastructures, the database center. Okay, so we also ensure that we have the right security to protect the data that not being leaking out. Okay, so if you like to find out more information on the cloud security, okay, there's a page in our website. Okay, they come with all the certification. Okay, the cybersecurity certification, the ISO certification that we acquired, that obtained over the years, and to ensure that be it our internal R&D processes, be it the provider that we use, okay, the database center that we use are actually certified to ensure the utmost safety of your data. And that's why if you want to have those information, please feel free to let us know, okay? Or you can actually contact our partners, or you can go to our website. Okay, there's a page, a specific page talk about the cloud security that will actually bring you to all the information that you need. If you want
Yep.
further discussion, feel free to contact us. Okay, we can
Yep.
actually discuss with your cybersecurity officer in depth.
Yep. And maybe to back you up, Wayne, here as usual, Google is my friend. So
Yep.
let me just jump over to my browser for Nick, if you don't mind. I'm going to kick you off again. If you do a Google search or 3D experience security and all that, effectively it'll bring you to this page, and it's effectively a summary. Okay, it doesn't go into the nitty-gritty details, but it is a summary of what sort of requirements that we meet. Okay, in terms of not only security but also privacy and quality, because when it comes to dealing with data, it's not only about security, it's also about privacy, and the documentation is all available. Excuse me, it's all available publicly. All right, and their documentations here as well as your certification date, and so on and so forth. All right, if you want to be sure, just do a Google, or you can go search for 3D Experience Trust Center, or just search for 3D Experience cybersecurity. You will get to this page, and yeah. So like I said, there are three areas here: security, privacy, as well as quality. So in terms of the traceability and all this information is all listed over here. I know there are some questions coming up about location of servers and all that. I'll come back to this later. All right, but in general, this is where you go to 3D Experience Trust Center, and if there's any additional information that's required, we probably will need to have a discussion elsewhere. Okay, I'll go back to you, Nick. Yeah, sorry, just hijack your screen again. But yeah, I hope that kind of answers the question. At least it's a start. But again, if you need more information, reach out to us. We can look into addressing it specifically. All right.
That's cool. Okay, Nicholas, next.
Yep. So, thank you both Wayne and Alex. I think both of you are really good at moderating and facilitating this session, and also, yeah, at the same time, providing such valuable insights and expertise today. So now we would like to open the floor for questions. I know that many of you actually have submitted your questions in the Q&A box already, but do keep them coming, and both Alex and Wade will be addressing them shortly.
Okay, this is where the fun really begins because these are questions we've never seen. So
Yep.
it's going to be interesting.
So
Right.
shall we go one by one or?
Yeah, let's go for the top, and we'll just answer them as we can, as much as
Yep.
we possibly can. So I'll just take from the top. I noticed there's a string of questions here from the same person, regarding cloud services and sheet metal and slim gadgets and all this. Okay. Wayne, you okay if I just answer the cloud services and sheet metal
Yeah,
first?
definitely.
Okay. Now, cloud services is not specific to any capability within SOLIDWORKS itself. It's more for, again, the three areas: share and markup, store and revise, manage control. So it is essentially a collaborative and cloud storage
Okay.
and management facility.
Yep.
All right. So if you'd like to, if in relation to this, you mentioned this question about if you want to get better skills at sheet metal, my first point of contact in terms of skills enablement is always sign up for training. I think the most effective, and also because we have one of the best, if not the best, training courses, training course programs in the industry. Sign up for sheet metal training course. I think it's a 2 to 3 day training course for sheet metal. All right. In addition to that, after you've gone for your classroom training, if you need additional training, within your SolidWorks, if you go to the help, there'll be an online tutorial that I am very sure covers sheet metal as well, because I've gone through that myself. All right, so again, sheet metal and cloud services are two parallel discussions. They don't really overlap. Now, if you design something in sheet metal and you want to use share and markup to share the data with somebody else, that is not a problem. All right. And in line with, if you want to invest in a slim gadget for tablet for work, it depends what you mean by work. Are you going to do share and markup? Are you going to do design work to run SolidWorks? If you're going to run SolidWorks, we strongly recommend that you consider investing in a workstation class, what they call a mobile workstation, for the interest of the CPU and the graphics card.
Yep.
All right. I hope that answers your three questions here for now. Feel free to bring up more questions if you need to. Next question. How will moving to cloud services affect macros and API scripts that have been set up to work with third-party applications? I guess it depends, right? What those APIs do. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so if let's say, okay, you are currently still using the desktop SolidWorks that actually have all those macros, API script, depends on what type of API script and macros that you use. If let's say those script and macros are related on helping you to design faster, while not really help managing or how to say, if those scripts are not really connected to other system or something else, if let's say I just tune it down, just some basic script to speed out your design process, I believe it doesn't affect with the use of cloud services. Okay, because basically the cloud services is and you can take it as additional APIs, okay, that allows you to connect to a cloud software or cloud tools. So basically, you just enhance your SolidWorks with additional capabilities. So that's why I think in most cases, okay, your existing macros and API script should work. So if you are actually not sure whether this thing will work, maybe you can actually, if let's say you have a latest SolidWorks version that come with cloud services, you can test it out, okay? Because the desktop SolidWorks is still the SolidWorks that you have been using for years, just that we give you the additional capability. So I believe it will work in most of the time. But if let's say the script that you mentioned is about maybe the PDM API script, okay, that one we need to further look into it. Because that one can be much more complicated.
Yeah, so I think the long story short is that in general, if it is an API within the SolidWorks environment, chances are you shouldn't have any issue. because connecting to cloud services or making use of cloud services does not change the fundamental functionality of SOLIDWORKS as a CAD tool.
Correct.
And I think in line with that, we had a question further down: are integrations supported with APIs? If the question that's asked here about APIs, integration is ERP APIs. Yes, ERP integrations. There is a certain degree of programming that gets involved with that. All right. I hope that answers the question about APIs. Again, we probably have to look at it in a case to case. General rule of thumb: if it is strictly a SOLIDWORKS level API, you shouldn't have too much issue.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this is an interesting one. Do we have any sales guys in the team here? My invoice for 3D experience says it doesn't include X shape. I asked because I think I do have now. Peter, I
Okay.
think you asked this. We'll probably have to check. We'll probably have to get someone who handled the who's in a position to look at their invoice to check this out. But I would say that is a bizarre thing if you are supposed to have it and you didn't get it. And yeah, I would have some polite words with the person who sold it to you.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll take down your details and try to
Yeah.
check with our partners and our internal database and
Yeah,
try
we
to
need to
get
check
our
it.
partner to contact you maybe.
Yeah, because if that's not on, okay, if you bought something and you didn't get it, that would not be right.
Yeah.
Okay. The next question. Oh, this is very good. I love this question. I really like this question. Where are encrypted servers for our model data? Is there an Australian server? Yes, there is. Unfortunately, it's not in Melbourne where I'm based. There is. We do have a server, or what we call a tenant, in Sydney. All right. And so short answer is yes, it's in Australia. If you have specific security requirements and all that, we can also take it offline to discuss. Not because I don't want to answer it live, but it's that it can be a very long discussion, or it can be very quick. Okay, but short answer is yes, we do have a server here in Australia, and unfortunately, yeah, it's in Sydney. All right. So that's the question. Next question: Can a tenant join temporary with another tenant, for example, to discuss design changes between supplier and customer? I think the short answer is yes. Right?
Yeah,
You can
I would say
invite guests.
yes. Okay, so
Yeah.
this one, I assume he would like to, okay, in this case, maybe both the supplier and the customer, they have their own cloud services, okay, but they would like to actually collaborate, even though they are from two different companies. We do have the mechanism that allows you to invite external people, okay, into your collaborative spaces, okay, to work on a project together. So the simple answer is yes.
Okay. Love these questions. Like I said, more challenging than I thought. How big is the learning curve would it be for users to become proficient in using cloud services? Is there an official training to bridge the gap, and so at what cost? Can I answer this question in reverse? Cost, I don't think Wayne has visibility on the cost of training and all that.
I'm technical guy. So.
Yes, unfortunately, we are highly siloed in that sense. But in terms of is there official training? Yes, there is. But if you look at cloud services is actually a collection of capabilities. It is not like, oh, sheet metal or surfaces. It's not. It's more like what I showed earlier. I think, Wayne, and you agree with me. It's it's broken out into three categories, which is share and markup, store and revise, manage and control.
But it can be more, right?
Yeah, it can be more, it can be less. And so it really depends what you want and what you need. In terms of share and markup, honestly, it really probably takes you a few hours to be proficient at share and markup. It's really that straightforward because it's meant for you to work with users who are not CAD users as well. So it's not that difficult. Share and markup, that's share and markup. Now, store and revise, I would, again, depends what you need to do. It can be as simple as just a simple data management process, to have your revision control and all that. Just capture that. It can be a case where you have very, very strict revision rules and you have certain revision schemes and all that. So it can be a bit more complicated. And same goes for manage and control. I think it's about what a lot of people like to call route. How do your approval process, formal approval processes and all that. So that is a bit more involved, and it'll take a bit of discussion with your reseller or the person who's supporting you. But I would say if you start with the first section, which is share and markup, the time, the learning curve for that is probably, I'll give myself half an hour to an hour.
Yep.
All right. Is there training to bridge the gap? Yes, there is, but that's something that you have to talk to your reseller with. All right. I hope that answers the question. Again, if you've got additional follow-up questions to that, please let us know. This is an interesting one again. What's the cost
Okay.
of cloud services being based on subscription or data per user? Honestly, I don't have the answer off the top of my head. Do you, Wayne?
Okay, so the cloud services, okay, just now I mentioned one thing is called name user licenses. Okay, so basically the cloud services is name user based. So it's on yearly subscription, or it can be a quarterly subscription according to your needs. Then you can actually purchase, okay, these cloud services from our local reseller, okay, on the quarterly basis or yearly basis. And then as for the data size per users, okay, the cloud services, if when you actually purchase it or it bundled with the SOLIDWORKS new license, right, it comes with some specific storage sizes that you can utilize for. So it's 25 GB. Okay, if let's say you have data that is more that need more than this 25 GB per user, then you can buy the extended storage, okay, to add on top of it. So some people will say, hey, 25 GB, is that enough? Actually, this 25 GB is really depends on your needs. Okay, sometimes it's not like storing all the files, okay, into the tenant. And then depends on how many users that you have in your organization. If let's say you have 5 users in your organization, in total, there will be 125 GB that shared across all 5 users. So it's not strictly 25 GB per users. So it's based on the company per tenant. Okay, so once you have 5 users, there will be 25 GB. If you want to add additional, then you can just pay a little fee to add the additional storage to it. So I hope that explained well. Okay, so basically it's still on subscription. It's a SaaS model. So pay for what you want to use.
Yep. Thanks, Wayne. Is there a log that we can export to share per project? Okay. If the question, if by log you mean is there a way to trace what has been shared and all that? There is a way to keep track of what has been shared and all. Okay, but not as a log file, as in you come up with a text file that you download and find out what happens. So there are ways to do it.
Yeah, for the normal share and markup that we introduce here, where you want to share with external party that doesn't have the cloud services license, right? You're still able to trace, okay, who you share with, okay, but it doesn't have the exact log when they actually open it, when they see it. But if let's say now you are working with someone, okay, also have the cloud services, right? Just now there's one guy asking, okay, can I invite someone, okay, maybe my supplier who also have this cloud service to my tenant to work together on the project? In that case, okay, you can actually store your data, okay, in a much more secure environment. We call it a collaborative spaces. So when you store the data in the collaborative spaces where you invite external member into this to work together, you will be able to trace, okay, to have a full history log on what happened to the file, who opened it, who modified it, okay, all the trace, all the audit trail will be there. So that is a full data management capability, which we actually introduce in the store and revise and the manage and control. Yeah. So that can be done. Yeah. So that's why we always say, okay, depends on your needs, okay, and the challenge that you want to overcome, okay, with the use of this cloud service. The deployment, the planning, the training can be different accordingly. Okay, like in this case, you want to have the visibility of the logs of all this data. That means you might need to look into the store and revise, and even the manage and control depends on what level of adoption you want to get into. Yeah.
Yep. Thanks, Wayne. Actually, you said everything I wanted to say and more. So
Sorry.
thanks a lot. No, it's okay. I'm glad you're here. That means I get to talk less, which is fine because I'm running out of
Oh,
water. But we still have questions. What's the cost of would the cost of cloud service differ on the how close my location is to a cloud server? As far as I know, no, it's the same regardless. I wish it was, but no, it's not. It's the same regardless. As I think it's the same for any cloud-based application.
yeah.
I mean, if you use the example of Google and all that, we don't really know where the services are.
I think the only
Hosted.
difference is the price that you paid to your local internet service provider.
Yeah. So
Other
no,
than that, I think
not with us.
the costs are the same. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. The cost is the same. And can I use cloud services for computing power to perform FEA? The short answer is no, I believe, because cloud services doesn't cover simulation capability. We do have simulation solutions that make use of the cloud computing capability as well, but it is not part of the cloud services. So the cloud services covers only the three things that we mentioned just now: share and revise, store, markup, manage and control. Simulation is a bit out of the scope of cloud services. And you're welcome, Daniel. Danielle, sorry. Keep those questions coming. Oh, this is interesting. After using these services for 1 year, can we extend it for another year? I think the answer is yes.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the sales guys would love you for that. Also, can you name some differences between these services and the actual desktop version, please? Well, they offer different things. Like I mentioned, in terms of cloud services, again, the three areas: share, markup, store, revise, manage, control. If you look at it strictly from a share, store, and markup standpoint, I think the biggest difference is e-drawing. Okay. If you are strictly on the SOLIDWORKS desktop, if you're strictly an old school SOLIDWORKS desktop user, you don't have cloud services functionality. In order to share your files, we say, I want to share a file with Wayne. What do? I publish an e-drawings, I send it to Wayne. Wayne will have to download the viewer and then make sure it's the latest viewer and you can view. And with store and mark, with share and revise, again, this functionality is part of SOLIDWORKS already. So all you need to do is click a button and say share, put the person's email in, and the person who receives it, whether he or she has SOLIDWORKS or not, will get an email. There's a link, you click on that link and you can view it. So these are more similarities, but primarily it happens over the cloud. That means there's no need to download stuff, there's no need to install individual viewers and all this. All right. In terms of SOLIDWORKS CAD, there's no
It's
change.
the same.
It's the same. Okay. Cloud services is an additional collection of functionality that you get with SOLIDWORKS. All right, it doesn't change the essence of what SOLIDWORKS is, which is the best CAD software in the world. And I say that because I'm biased. But it's very important to realize that cloud services is a collection of functionality that leverages the capabilities of the 3D Experience platform, which is a cloud service. That's what it does. I hope that answers the question. So,
Alex, so does mean the existing SOLIDWORKS user, they can actually add the cloud services to their licenses, right?
Yes, I believe so. They can, especially for those who have used SOLIDWORKS before cloud services functionality was released, they would be able to.
Yep.
All right. Will the recording of this meeting be made available to download? Nick, I think that's a question for you. Finally, you can't hide behind the screen. Nick, you have to say something. Yeah, you have to join us now.
Yes, so this webinar will be made available on demand after this session. So this link will be provided by email to all the attendees.
Thank you. Okay, hope that answers the question. Yeah, any more questions?
Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
I think you answered all of them.
Amazingly. I didn't expect that, but but those are interesting questions, I have to say, everyone. Those of you who are too shy or are not sure and all that, feel free to reach out to us after as well. But one common question I get, about share and markup is that, so who gets share and markup again? Just to recap, share and markup is part of the cloud services functionality that is available with every new license of SOLIDWORKS. All right. And yeah, first part of call, remember to reach out to the person you brought your your SOLIDWORKS license from, and ask them, okay, how do you get started with cloud services?
Yep.
All right. Any more questions that are available?
All right.
If not, I think we're done for the day. Wow, this was not too bad. Okay, so I got all excited about this session for no reason. Thought it'd be more stressful than this. You should do this more often.
All right. So
Yeah.
if there are no more questions, I would like to thank everyone for their participation. And I would also like to invite our attendees to provide their feedback by completing the survey that will appear when you exit this webinar. So do keep an eye out for our next session where we will discuss about the power of a single source of truth as a cornerstone for streamlining product development. You can find the registration link on the survey page.
Yep. Nick, hold up. Someone just asked a question. Would be impolite not to answer it. You want to go in?
Okay.
Yeah. What
So-
happened to cloud services if the customer decided not to renew their desktop SOLIDWORKS?
So this mean they will actually cease the use of the cloud services, okay, because it has not already mentioned, okay, it's on the SaaS model. It means that the cloud service is on yearly basis, okay, so you need to renew your desktop SOLIDWORKS to keep on using the cloud services. So that is the things that you paid for, right?
Yeah. So it's on subscription model. It'd be similar to your add-ons like SOLIDWORKS CAM, SOLIDWORKS Visualize Standard, and some of these other capabilities as well. You need an active subscription to have access to them.
And now the one last question. Okay.
I knew there was a I knew that question was. I was just waiting for the. I was just waiting
on
for the
top.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is on top of the previous question. Okay, so
Yep.
can I just renew the cloud services only? Okay. The answer can be yes or no, right? Okay, so I would say it's best to actually renew both your SOLIDWORKS and the cloud services, okay, to ensure the compatibility, okay, between the
Yeah.
SOLIDWORKS version with the cloud services, right? So, and to ensure that you have the latest version of the software, okay, that bring in all the fix and the update of the software to be matched with the cloud platform. Yeah. So the simple answer, yes, you can renew just the cloud services only, but there
But not
will be
recommended.
some requirement as well, because for the cloud services, it only support the existing current version with 2 version backward compatibility. That means right now it's 2024. So here the cloud service only allows you to support SOLIDWORKS 2024 and maybe 2022 and 2023.
Yep.
The SOLIDWORKS desktop version that you have. Yeah. So that's why I say the answer can be yes or no. But I will highly encourage, okay, that when you want to do the renewal, just renew both, okay, so that you
Yep.
get all the latest technology and updates from us. Yep.
All right. Thank you, Wayne. All right. We still got a bit of time. Any other questions? Last chance for it.
So, okay, that's one. Maybe you want to answer?
Is there another one? Oh, see, I love it when it happens. So do any models made in older versions, any models not made in older versions use cloud services? Again, like what Wayne mentioned, officially, what we support in terms of versions is the current version -2. Okay, so from 2015, now officially it's not supported, but I know of users who have tried it and it worked. So, but when it comes to supported, it means that if you do encounter issues with it, like maybe the file gets corrupted and so on, it won't be the support won't be able to address it. Okay, I'm not going to say that it absolutely can't, because I do know customers who have tried it and it works for them. And you're welcome, Jasmine. All right, hope this answers your question. All right. Yeah, so that's so the general rule of thumb for support is n-2, so current version -2. All right.
All right.
Cool.
I think that's plenty of questions that was answered. I hope many of you find this session insightful as I did very much. So thank you so much, Wayne and Alex, for answering our attendees' question. I trust
No
it has
problem.
helped.
Pleasure.
clarify many of the questions they had.
Oh, this was challenging. It's good to have unplanned questions and see how much it's a good test for us as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks,
All right.
Wayne.
Thank you, everyone. We look
All right,
forward to
thanks,
seeing
everyone.
you at our next session. Goodbye.
Thanks.
Goodbye. See you.
See you guys.
See you guys. Bye.